Good morning, everybody. It's Lynn, the Leather Bag Lady. How are you all today on this sunny Wednesday morning? It is not supposed to be sunny today, but as of right now, it is. Leather Bag Lady weather report. And earlier this morning, I went into my office space outside and was looking for the hole punch because I had a bag I wanted to add an extra hole, and opened the door and realized that although the sun does not hit my deck first thing in the morning, it floods my office shed. So I would be able to sit in my doorway and just soak up some of the morning sun, which I am very excited to do. So I every day I've looked at the weather and thought I might be able to get that last wall painted. And then I look and see that it's going to rain. It hasn't rained any of the days. I could have got that last wall painted 3 times over. The issue is I have to take everything out of the shed in order to get access to this one last wall. It's where all my shelving is. It's where all the kind of rogue lawn bags are stored. It's going to be a little bit of an undertaking to get everything out. And I don't want to do that if it's going to rain in an hour. So, and it's pretty chilly too. I had to scrape the windows this morning. There was ice on the car windows. So, yeah, don't want to do that anymore. Where is my Every time I talk to you people, I get a hot flash. Well, not every time, but a lot of the times. Whew. Whew, I think I had one yesterday. Now, yesterday's video, Pius so lovingly reminded me yesterday, or pointed out to me, yesterday's video was actually a video I did last week and forgot to post it. So you weren't losing your mind when I had posted a video on a Tuesday and I'm talking about Thursday. So I was like, what are you doing? I said, oh, I forgot because my progression of numbers got all screwed up and I didn't know why. And then I figured it out. I had a video done for the little fuchsia pink purse, and I hadn't posted it. So I did that. So anyway, let's get to today's bag. So I have 3 or 4 bags that need to be put away and filled with my method of getting rid of any slight smells is my lavender soap. I did think about getting the charcoal packs from Amazon. I just have a hard time parting with some money right now. So the lavender soap is $1 at the dollar store. And so the purse will smell like a little bit of a lavender soap smell. They're vintage purses, people. Ladies had their lavender scented handkerchiefs in these bags, I'm sure. So anyway, it is a much more pleasant smell. I do not take bags that have very, very strong smoke smells unless it is a Roots bag. I will still take, and that was one of the ones that I actually had to put away today. It's a bag I got in Kitchener on the weekend, but it is a very large kind of hobo purple and black Roots bag. So not vintage, unfortunately, but it will definitely be there for a few months. And what I did get to do was unpack some of the bags that I have been treating for the last however many months, to the point where I had forgotten what was in the plastic bags, because I put the lavender soap in the purse, I zipped the purse up, or whatever closure system the purse has, and then I tie a knot in a plastic bag and I let it sit for months. And it's a very long process. I'm sure there's shorter ways to do it, but as of right now, that's how I do it. So I unearthed 4 really, really cute vintage bags, and this one is absolutely gorgeous. This is a 1960s beautiful little black leather top handle bag. So there's a few bits and pieces going on here. First of all, it is beautiful, soft leather. And as I'm squeezing the bag, the lavender scent is just showering out on me. Love the brass tone hardware. Check out this detail on the end. Just because. I don't know if there was ever a crossbody strap attached. I could look and see what I've got. Because you could actually probably put a longer strap here. I might look at it, but I just think this bag is the cutest little thing. Inside, there's no Maker's brand. There's no nothing. Unfortunately, I don't think. What's this? No. Nothing. But it is super cute. You've got your zipper compartment here, and then you've got an extra long slip pocket that has a little bit of a gold brass colored detail here. It is just so cute. It's got a nice gusset on it, so you're gonna get a lot of stuff in there. And then there is this really cool little front. Now, this is just, I mean, it's just detail that isn't necessary, but somebody has gone to the trouble of making it just that little bit more interesting by adding this type of flap. And then you've got a great little pocket here. And in this pocket comes a little mirror. How cute is that? A little leather bound mirror that goes in there. I love this stuff. I love these bags. And then a really nice little brass tone accent here as well. So this is just the most gorgeous little bag. I can see I've got a black what's the lamb, like that curly, I do this every time, I forget what it's called, Persian lamb coat with a mink collar. I've got a black one, a brown one, and I think I have a black one with a brown collar, and I have a black one with a gray collar, I do believe. And this little bag, I could just see a little top handle, which is why I'm reluctant to put a strap on it. Would make it more usable, but I think it would take away from the vintage vibe of this bag. So I think I'm going to leave it. And if you love this bag and want to bring this bag home with you, then you can make your own decision whether you want to modernize this bag with a shoulder or crossbody strap. But this is just the most beautiful little bag. Too bad there aren't any Maker's marks or anything like that in it, because it really is. And this little tassel, I mean, it's ever so simple, but just adds a little. I was just about to say, you know how I feel about a tassel. Now, when I say that, I've got Pius in my head now, because as I shared with you the other day, when we go thrifting, he'll bring me a bag and he'll say, I'm not mad at this at all. Because he just thinks, he does not make fun of me. He just thinks some of the things I say are quite funny. So he's gotten really kind of cute with his mimicking of me whilst I'm doing my videos here. So I got up this morning, hit snooze a few times, had a rough night last night. Hot flashes were just with me for a good chunk of the night. So I did hit snooze a few times this morning, but a hot flash got me out of bed. So I guess there's some good things about them. Got to the gym, had a good workout. And I'm actually taking my clients for an extra visit today. We're going to see a movie, Man Called Otto, which is, I mean, this is from last year, but our little local movie theater tends to play movies that were very popular, but that are, out of date or whatever. So it's great. They show matinees. It's a tiny, tiny little theater. There's not a lot of commercials in the beginning, which is fantastic. And we just get in, watch the movie. I take my clients home, and then I'm home to get dinner organized for Mr. Pius when he comes home. Had a great visit with my son yesterday. I was sitting here. I repainted some bags yesterday, and it took me forever to get the color combination. This one in particular, this is a Vince Camuto bag it has an expandable base. So you look at this bag and you think, oh, it's blue. But I had a hell of a time. There is so much purple in this blue that you would never ever think to put purple. It's got a nice strap. So this is not a vintage bag, unfortunately. So this will eventually make its way onto my .com. But it had a few issues, so I needed to kind of repaint, and I recolored the black seam here. It's actually looking really good. But I hung it on the stepper here. So when Pius came home, he went, is that going in the garbage? I'm like, no, because I'm working. It's not your coat that you just can't be bothered to hang up on the coat rack here, or even myself. So that was what I spent most of my day doing. See, we're getting there. There's less crap here, but it's going to take time. So I had a fossil bag that I was repainting as well. I had already repainted that one. But when the paint dries, I'm using the Angelus paint, it dries a lot brighter. So some of the bags that I have repaired, I'm going to have to redo because paint dries a lot brighter. So that's what I spent my day doing yesterday. And in walks my son, who had messaged me, but I usually have my message on my phone on silent because I can't be bothered with all the bleep, bleep, bleep. Drives me nuts. So anyway, he stayed for a few hours, and Pius came home from work, and like, holy shit. But then I was in a rush. I was a bit agitated, and I wasn't ready for Pius. I didn't have really dinner ready or anything like that. So I guess I'm getting finicky in my old age. But it was wonderful to have a visit with Harry, and we talked about cars and what he's going to do with his car, and he's going on a bit of a trip shortly, and what his plans are to move out of his dad's house, because his dad's kind of said, we got another 4 years or so, and then he and his girlfriend want to sell the house and retire. So he's got to get his shit together. He hasn't been very good with his money so far. So I had a little talk with him about that, but he knows he's getting there. He finished his probation, so he's been at Pius's place for over 3 months now. But he's still getting accustomed to being in a workplace where people don't shit on you all the time. He's had a very, very rough start to working life. I don't understand why employers almost make sport of shitting on their lowest paid employees. Now, obviously not everybody does that, but unfortunately my son has had some very, very bad experiences to the point where he almost has a little bit of PTSD from it. He just presumes that if he makes an error, he's going to get fired, or he's going to get yelled at, or he's going to be made to feel like he's useless or worthless or whatever, because that's what his previous employment did to him. And I mean, why do you need to do that? These kids need all the encouragement they can get, because let's face it, they are not as fast moving or independent as we were when we were their age. So give them a break. Why treat them like they're second class citizens just because they're, 19, 20 and making minimum wage and sweeping your floor? Encourage them. Give them a vision of what they could be so that they want to make an effort. They want to come to work on time. They want to show up. Some of these employers are being absolutely dumb and ruining what could be a great employee with aspirations of even staying where they're at. What better employee than to work at the ground level and work their way up and be supported and championed that whole journey? Anyway, that's my soapbox message for today. So Harry is starting to realize that Pius's workplace is a very supportive, going through a little bit of turmoil right now. There's some shifting of jobs and hiring of new people and whatnot. But it's a great place to work, and they treat their employees for the most part very, very well. The politics within the employees, you're going to get that anywhere and everywhere. But for the most part, I think they are a great bunch of guys. They mostly men. Some of the office staff, I think, are women. But in the mill and in the loading bay situation, all the truck drivers, they're all men. So anyway, a little bit of a lengthy video today. But hey, you know me. Once I get going, I get going. And was really excited about today's bag. So, and I've got 3 others, like I said, that I took out of the plastic bags with the lavender soap. So they will be coming your way over the next few days. And yeah, so hopefully you're having a great day wherever you are. The sun, as I said, is shining here. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.